I'm going to review every real estate wholesaling software. Batch Leads, Deal Machine, PropStream, Privy, Propello, PropWire, and my favorite real estate wholesaling software, X Leads, to tell you what the best software is for comping your real estate deals. Let me show you the tier list. Here are our challengers, and we're going to determine, are they a captain's choice or Davy Jones's locker? But before we do that, we need a property to comp. So in my free real estate wholesaling Discord community, the Wholesalers, where I teach wholesalers like you how to get properties under contract. Again, this is 100% free. Flipping Mama here sent me a property in Fort Worth. Said she could get it for $85,000. She thinks the ARV is around 200,000 and she's budgeting about 50K for rehab. So the question is, should she lock it up? Well, let's see what Batch Leads has to say about that. Batch Leads is a software that helps you find motivated sellers, and they have unlimited free skip tracing like Deal Machine and X Leads. And their pricing starts at $120 per month. But Maximilian Deer, how is their comping? So this is what Batch Leads looks like. Let's plug in an address and I'll give you an idea of the look and feel and the ease of use of the software. And I'll tell you right off the bat, it is incredible. It is one of the best looking and easiest softwares to use. Right here is the seller's phone number. And if we click here to comparables, I'll be honest, the comping looks and feels fantastic. Here we can go through the property and let's see if rehab's actually 50K. So this house looks pretty bad. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1,300 square foot house in the South Dallas ghetto. And yeah, I would say rehab is minimum 50K, but it could easily be 60, maybe 70K. That's an ugly kitchen. But what we're trying to find out in this video is what software out of all of them gives us the ARV the most accurately and the easiestly. Is that a word? Who cares? So Batch Lead auto filters to help us find the perfect comp. So then you have the ability to comp one of two different ways, depending on if you're more of a visual person or you're more of a data person. Go ahead and click on a property, and then you can actually look through the pictures on the same screen, which makes your comping super fast and efficient. Hey, this property is a perfect comp. This is a perfect comp, and it's sold for $275,000. This is just like our property and completely fixed up. So that should be our ARV. So here we would click the thumbs up, and then it'll be added to your thumbed up property. If you're more of a data person, you can just look at these and be like, yep, that's a good comp, that's a good comp, that's not a good comp, that's a good comp. You can look at pictures right here, and then you can go through them if you'd like. And then based off of all that, it's going to tell you what the ARV is. Boom, 270,000. So I'll be completely honest, Batch Leads is one of my favorite comping experiences, but there is one problem. Let's just go back to that house. This one that sold for $275,000. Don't you think it's a little weird that it was listed at $225,000 and it sold for $275,000? Well, if we take that exact address and plug it into X Leads, which again is my favorite real estate wholesaling software, and I think you're gonna learn why today. The sold price was actually $230,000, but Batch Leads said it was $275,000. Max, what's going on here? Does Batch Leads just have bad data? Well, in non-disclosure states like Texas, it is very, very, very hard to find a reliable comping software. So in Alaska, Louisiana, Montana, Texas, Idaho, Mississippi, New Mexico, Utah, Kansas, Missouri, North Dakota, Wyoming, you don't want to be using Batch Leads. If you're in those states, I'll cut to the chase. You want to right now go and sign up for X Leads and make sure to use the code 10OFF to get 10% off. Also, another really good choice is Propello. You can get a free trial with the link in the description, but we're going to get to those two softwares. I'll talk about them here soon. But if you're not doing deals in those states and you don't want to JV with me in Texas, even though I really think you should, well, then you can use Batch Leads. It's absolutely incredible, just unfortunately not for me in Texas. So with all that being said, I'm gonna have to stick Batch Leads in treasure trove. It would be my #1 captain's choice, but it doesn't work in non-disclosure states. Okay, up next we actually have Deal Machine. Deal Machine is my favorite software for driving for dollars, and every Thursday I go live and drive for dollars with Deal Machine 100% virtually. I absolutely love the software, but is it good for comping? Well, Deal Machine is the same price as Batch Leads. It's a very similar software, except in my opinion, better for driving for dollars and better for their AI ability to pull niche lists. So if you're a driving for dollar fanatic, Deal Machine is for you. But overall, my favorite software is still X Leads. Why? Well, the comping on Deal Machine is lackluster. Not only does it also have incorrect data in non-disclosure states, I'll be honest, the comping is not good. This is your user experience. It doesn't auto-filter, and to change the filters is sort of annoying. Like you have to go back. Like if I want to go back 1 year in comps, I have to just click a date. So now I'm just going to do January 1st to January 13th. It's just weird. And then let's say I want to look at a property. I have to click on it, view it, and then I have to look at it, and there's no pictures. So there's literally no pictures. So how do I know if the property's fixed up or not? It's really hard to comp. Now, can you comp? Yes, again, in states that are not Texas, but it's not as easy as softwares like Batch Leads, or like I'll show you here in a second, X Leads and Propello. So for that reason, it's so hard for me because Deal Machine, I expect more from them. They're such a good software, but they're so lackluster in the comping. So I'll just put them in plank-worthy picks for now, but we may change it around. Okay, up next we have Privy. So Privy is a software that frankly, I don't know too much about and haven't used because they don't have a free trial. So I reached out to the team, had a great talk with them and said, hey, you know what? Can I have a free trial so I can review your software and give it a shot and see if it's the right fit for my community? And they said, no, we don't give out free trials to anyone. I said, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Can you like work with me on something? And then they didn't get back to me. So Privy, if you're seeing this, I'd love to try your software. Let's do something here in the future. I'd really want to test it thoroughly. I'm super fair with every software, and if your software is the best, man, I will tell the world. But for now, Privy, you're a Davy Jones's locker. All right, y'all, up next, we got X Leads, Zach Ginn's real estate wholesaling software. This software claims to be the all-in-one software, and guys, when it first came out, well, I didn't really want to like it. I didn't know Zach at the time. I was like, a 25-year-old can't make the best software and compete with these multi-million-dollar companies. Well, he did. This software is really good and it's cheaper than all of them. It starts at $44 a month if you use code 10 off. If you pay annually, but if you're just paying monthly, it starts at $87 a month. Again, if you're using the code 10 off. You get unlimited free skip tracing within the software. You also get a go high level CRM with text blasting, a dialer, email blasting, and free e-sign. And if you pay for the better plans, like I have the annual X plan, I get the best dispo tools known to man. They're so good. I can build my buyers list like this in dispo deals. But as far as the comping goes, it's so freaking good. Not only is it accurate data, let me show you the user experience for comping a property. So we're going to plug this property in. Here, we're just going to click comparables. Now we got the data on the side and the visuals on the left. It already auto filters everything, and we can trust that the data is good, at least from what I've seen. And I've thoroughly tested this, but hey, maybe I missed something. Now, the one complaint I have is that you don't see the pictures of the property on the same screen. But the nice thing is that all you have to do is click the little Google button here, and then you can immediately jump into Street View, look at the property, get an idea of the neighborhood, or you can just click like realtor.com and get the pictures of the property that you're comping against. So it's one extra step. It's not as ideal as we saw with Batch Leads, but I'd rather have accurate data and then have to click one more button to get pictures than not. So this property's full ARV, guys, and it's currently on market for $205, which tells me that our ARV is going to be slightly less, because if our ARV was $205, then our property would have sold, right? Or this property would have sold, right? Here's another property. Let's check it out. Okay, this one, I usually like realtor.com. You get the most accurate pictures. This one's brick. Ours was not brick, but this is, again, a perfect comp. And what did this one sell for? This one sold for $185. So just based off of me knowing the area, I'm going to put ARV probably, because it's winter time, around $175. I'm curious to see what my compers, my agents, said. They said that ARV is closer to $180. Exactly. And we could only do that because we used a software like X Leads. I'm not trying to bash on Batch Leads, but let's remember what they said ARV was. Like 260? It's 180, 175. Like, this is why data is so important. And this is why, guys, this video took me hours and hours and hours and hours to make. So please, please, please just subscribe. 80% of you watching are not subscribed, and it's literally killing me. So please do that. So all in all, guys, XLead is phenomenal. It's so good. Not only is it the best all-in-one real estate wholesaling software, but for comping, it's a captain's choice. But that does not mean it's the best choice. You'll see here soon. But absolutely captain's choice. Use it. Get the software and use code 10OFF. Okay, up next, we actually have PropWire. And I'm not going to talk about the price for PropWire because guess what? PropWire is free. It's 100% free. Shout out to you, Jerry Norton. This is his software. And he's created an incredible software that is so much better than using Zillow. This is such a good user experience. The comping is beautiful. It works pretty well. There's some things I would change. Like, for example, when I click a property, it selects all of them. That's a bit odd. It also does an auto filter, but those things you can get over. The problems are that one, there's no pictures. So it's just like Deal Machine. And if you want to get pictures, you're literally gonna have to copy the address. Then you're gonna have to go to Google, paste it into Google. So that's also annoying, but it's free. So we can get over annoying if something is free, right? The issue is that the data is absolutely freaking horrendous in non-disclosure states. It is worse. It is horrendous. It is not usable because what it's doing is it's literally estimating the price of every property. It's estimating. It has no idea of what anything's selling for in non-disclosure states. So this software is absolutely unusable in a state like Texas. But if you're outside of Texas and you just need an easy, free solution, go ahead and try it. I then really recommend you step up to something like XLeads or what I'm going to talk about here in a second. But if you can't afford it, dude, wholesaling can be free. Jerry Norton has made it easier for you. Go use it. Just not if you're in Texas. Don't get mad at me. Blame the Texas government. Blame NAR. Don't get mad at me, bro. Okay, up next is this ugly, PropStream. PropStream. Up next is PropStream. PropStream is again a software like Deal Machine, Batch Leads, X Leads. It claims to be like all in one, but the thing is, it doesn't even have unlimited free skip tracing. So I already throw it out. Like, I can't recommend something that doesn't have free skip tracing, especially when the price is, more expensive than XLead. But anyways, right? Today we're talking about their comping. So let's see their comping. Well, man, it is so hard to navigate. This feels like I'm paying my taxes on a government website. PropStream. If you're listening to me, guys, I love you guys because you guys have been around for so long and you guys defined the industry, but I feel like you guys haven't been improving. You're not with the times. But hey, maybe the comping is fantastic. Well, this is not a looker. And honestly, it makes me so angry to look at that I don't even want to comp. I get so frustrated looking at this. It's so bad. Okay, let me calm down and pull up a property. Okay, here we go. I pulled up our house. It gives me whatever the heck this is. And then I have to click here. And then I have to scroll down to this madness. And then I think this is where you filter. And then you can't even click the properties to get the information. It just gives you a number. And then you have to track the number here. Oh my God, I do not like this. No, I just don't like this. I just don't like this. I just can't. I need something beautiful. I need something else. Oh my God. Actually, it's so much prettier. It's so much prettier. Okay. Okay, I'm calmed down now. Calm down. I just had to see something that's comforting. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I can't even tell if the data on PropStream is good or not because I could not even read it. So for that reason, Barnacle Bottom? I don't know. Oh my God. We totally forgot to rank PropWire. PropWire is absolutely a plank-worthy pick ahead of Deal Machine because come on, Deal Machine. I love you. I genuinely love you guys and I expect more from you. So for a free software, maybe it's not as good at comping, but it's free. Okay, and I'm gonna put it ahead of you. So just do better. Last but absolutely not least is my go-to software that I use amongst XLeads. I use both of these hand in hand. It is Propello. Now, Propello is a sort of a peculiar software. They say they do a lot, but honestly, I don't really care. I just pay for their comping because I really like their comping experience. And it starts at $30 a month. And don't worry about all this stuff. Just genuinely don't worry about all this stuff. If you want to do stuff, you'll use a software like XLeads. But just for comping, I really like Propello. You don't have to have it if you have a software like XLeads, but you can try it and see if you like it. I just pull up our property. I go over to comparables. And one thing I'm gonna say that Propello dunks on everybody on may not be the speed, but you can actually comp for rent. These other softwares, I haven't really seen that feature yet. So I can just immediately comp for rent and see what properties are renting for. Their data is absolutely phenomenal, but there's a big catch. Their software is not available in these states in blue, only the states in yellow. So if you're in Florida or Georgia or Texas, it's a great option for comping. Click a property. You can see this one sold for $195. You can scan through it. Okay, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer than ours. So again, I think our ARV is like 175. Now, one thing I will say is it's not data oriented like X leads, for example. It's just visual. So it's really only visual. I actually really like that, but some people are really going to miss this data here on the side and the ability on X leads to go like, yeah, it's a good comp. That's a good comp. That's a good comp. That's a good comp. And then to tell you, hey, you know what? ARV is this, right? You're going to miss that feature. Hey guys, Future Max here. I wanted to show you something I just figured out. In Propello, you can actually do this. Good comp, thumbs up. Bad comp, yeah, it's a bad one. Good comp, great comp. Bad comp. Now you're going to click report, and just like that, it gives you the sales estimate and it gives you all the information on the comps that you pulled. Pretty sick. I just wish Propello was in all 50 states, then it would be my absolute favorite comping software. So with all that being said, it's so hard to say whether Propello should go in front or behind X leads. The software is cheaper, but again, it only really comps and it's not available all over the US. And guys, this is my tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, remember, if you want to try X leads, guys, my captain's choice, use code 10 off. You won't regret signing up for X leads. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe. This video was a pain to make, but I love you guys. So see you in the next one. Peace.